Hello, everyone. Episode 7 of Show Me Your Medals. Had a couple of weeks off, international break, plus someone was moving house as well. So
boxes.
There you go.
Proof.
New office. It's going to be decorated with Man United shirts in the back. Right?
I'll see what I can do. BHK.
You got to. We're back. And it's been an eventful 2 weeks. Right?
It has. It's been probably the most eventful 2 weeks we possibly could have had, and those are the weeks we've not been. But if we recap before we left, Arsenal were flying, and since then, I think they've had about 2 losses, a draw, title race over.
Yeah,
it
might seem that way. I think it's just a little blip. You know, City lost their way as well.
Yeah.
Arnie Slot at the wheel. Yeah.
It's been a good couple of weeks of Liverpool, and then I guess the biggest news is Ten Hag is out.
Ten Hag is out. Ten Hag is finally out.
Was he the first one this season?
Second?
It must be.
That's a good question.
I think it is.
It must be the first second this season.
It must be. It is.
Yeah.
Week 10. So that's about right, I guess. There should be a few more to follow. It's like, all those relegation teams, they'd be hovering. But yeah, I mean, I think, like I said, a big change. Like before we left, we were thinking, does he stay? Does he get more chances? And they just made the move. And it was the game that kind of finished him off was the West Ham 2-1.
West Ham, yeah.
With the dodgy penalty. The dodgy penalty against the Lit. So a bit harsh done by. Because, for example, I don't know, would they have got rid of him if they snuck a draw? I don't know. When you're coming off a loss, it always kind of gives you that extra kick, right? But maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it was a long time coming. That was the result that was needed. I mean, I know we've been dividing whether he should stay or go after last season, and he won the FA Cup. Felt like he should stay. But then again, he's been awful. He's been worse than he was last season.
I know.
So he came out Billy Big Bollocks all the way at the end of that season. Got a trophy, and then
he still does that. Do you remember when they were playing Fenerbahce? He was talking about Mourinho, and then he was talking about me and Mourinho, the one the ones that win loads of trophies. They're putting themselves in the same category. But no, it's like it's been a poor season. So if anything, it's been good that Man United has actually acted, fairly against what we thought they would do, right? And made the move.
Do you think they had no choice, considering you were 14th at that stage, weren't you?
Do
you think they could have stayed?
Because honestly, even if he the mountain pressure from the fans and what the media hasn't even reached the boiling point yet. Yeah. You think about it, the fact that he was announced his sack came as a shock to everyone, right? Everyone's like, "Oh my god, he left." So therefore, you could tell that they did have a choice. They could have just carried on and left that to linger. So, like I said, they made a good move. Maybe they made the move because the Amorim guy that they had was already, they kind of already had that on lock or something.
Tapped him up. They must have tapped him up.
You know what I mean? Because, like you said, the timing seemed a bit off. Like it didn't need to happen. Whereas they actually made the move before the fans kind of jumped on and said he needed to go.
Do you think because they were probably tapping up Tuchel, and because he got poached, do you think they were scared that the next target would go?
Who knows? It could be. Because I said the Tuchel one to England again. Is he was rumoured, and then again he would have been. Everyone would have liked that signing. Yeah. So this Amorim guy, spoilers, but not again. I don't know too much about him, but he banged up City.
He banged up City. Yeah. Boy.
He banged up City the other day, so it must be good. And they United and City play each other in not too far distant. So it should be good. It's built up a nice little storyline to that one. Because when does City ever get banged up like that? You know what I mean?
Did you see what Pep said?
The Premier League is like a soap opera, isn't it?
Mm.
That's what I mean. Did you see what Pep said in that interview after they lost?
Yeah, we're going.
So the interview said to Pep, "Oh yeah, you're going to face Amorim in and then Pep goes, "Yeah, we've got two Premier League games against them, maybe an FA Cup, but not Champions League."
Yeah, to put that in there, a bit salty. Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, it was a bit salty, but I don't know much about this Amorim guy. Obviously, we were interested in him. All I know is everyone keeps saying he plays 3 at the back.
Mm.
Is what I hear. But I did look at some stats, and obviously he's leaving with Sporting top of the table, 6 points top of the table.
Yeah.
But they're like across Europe. I know it's a different league, but they're like in the top tier of like attack, defense, chances created, all that sort of stuff. So,
you hear all these stats about, we had this all about Ten Hag, and everyone was like,
exactly. I was
win the league.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with these because everything that the media and fans talk about Amorim now was the same thing that Ten Hag came with. All that hype, Champions League, sexy football, top of the league, most goals scored, all of this, and then you think he's going to implement it to United, and end up having so. Again, but that's the whole point of being a fan is the belief, right? So we got to ride it, we got to love it, and like be like, yeah, we've got the new boss in, and believe. You know what I mean? Otherwise, what's the point? My question: what do you guys think? Obviously, he's proper loved that Sporting, yeah, and he probably is loved them, but then he's leaving them mid-season, and like to follow his dream of getting United. It's a fair point, isn't it? Like. Because I think if he rejects them now and says, no, I need to finish this job with Sporting, United's going to, can't wait and get someone else in. So
I don't know why United didn't do that. Like, if you're tapping him up, yeah, you say at the end of next, shake hands. We shake hands now. We have everything done. At the end of the season, you leave Sporting and then you come to us. Because at the end of the day, maybe it gives him half a season to actually get used to United and how tough things are.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is every manager that has gone into United have failed. They failed. You can show like a FA Cup medal, but in terms of the football the fans are watching, you watch United. They're nothing. They've got no identity. They've got nothing in terms of structure. Everything is out of place for United. For me, it's sad to see as a football fan. As an Arsenal fan, I love it, but as a football fan, you got to say like you got a big great. You can't see anything coming out of them. It's like what's going on?
It's fine. We're back in the good time, man. We're back in the good time. It's coming. It's like the fit guy that used to be fit and that, like your friend that used to be fit and now he's fat. Yeah, you feel sorry for him, man. You're like, man, this guy, what's happened? You need the good times back. It's coming, man. It's coming.
Yeah, what happened, though?
Exactly.
Yeah, I thought, is this your own storyline you're talking about here?
Maybe that's why they did rush him in because we've done the caretaker route, the Ragnick and all of that, and then it's not happened. So maybe that's why it was like, look, now or never, which is good. Again, like, and for him, I'm saying he did have to. As much as he probably did love Sporting, he's obviously getting a fatter paycheck, more glamorous, bigger team. It had to be now, isn't it? I think United would have done the take it or leave it, or we'll go get someone else kind of route. Do you know?
Yeah, I don't see the benefit of waiting for him. I think for him, this is like a free season. He's coming in. He just needs to improve on what Ten Hag is. It's a free hit for him to come in, and then he gets
finish worse than 14th. You know what I mean?
Is he starting next game?
11th. Sorry,
after international. Okay. Yeah, after international.
Are you finding it weird that a lot of injured players under Ten Hag are not injured anymore?
Yeah.
I'm finding up, right? Rude's doing a good job. They're banging up teams, aren't they?
yeah. We're scoring loads of goals, man. So
Rude wanted that job, innit?
Yeah, I don't remember. Rude was that lurker we've been talking about, man. Man was lurking. Man was whispering Ten Hag's ear, giving advice about this, that, and another. Yeah. And
do this, bro.
It tells me a lot that suddenly they turn it on. They can turn it on, right? So they've obviously not been playing for Ten Hag, is what I feel now. Like
I think we always said that though. Like with the manager, that's why with the manager is that important. Get me? But who knows? Look, he's gone now. More interesting. Where do you think Ten Hag would end up? Do you think he's done with the Prem or?
Nah, I think he'll go back to. He'll go back to Netherlands, I reckon.
Yeah, probably.
I reckon his stock's very low at the moment, right?
Yeah.
After United, so I doubt he'd get a Premier League job. And he might have to go back home and then rebuild his reputation.
Man, that's the United way, isn't it? Destroying careers and destroying management as well, man. That's the United way. But yeah, we shall see. We shall see.
Hey. So at least that debate's gone now about should we sack him or not?
Yeah.
That's over. Yeah.
I mean, it was on the tip of everyone's lips that it's like he's got to go, right? Even I'm like there, even though I want him to do badly for United and we, see Arsenal go up. But now that he's left, look at Arsenal now, isn't
it? He's done well to survive 2.5 years, right?
Agreed. He's overdue, long overdue.
But the history and wiki would show he won 2 medals, so success. There you go. Yeah. But like I said, he was the knobhead boyfriend who didn't buy you flowers for all those years and then come good out of every end, but it's not good enough, So,
that analogy is one of the best ones I've heard in a long time. But it's so true, man. Like, you don't want to see that United, surely.
I do.
You don't. Winning the league is the be all end all, right? FA Cup is like FA Cup and the other cups are step ups.
Yeah.
Just like they're stepping stones to get somewhere. They don't really actually mean anything, in my eyes. Look at all the FA Cups Arsenal have won. They don't really mean anything, do they?
No, it's
unless it's the double. You've done the double or whatever with the Premier League. They don't mean much. Because winning the league title is the main one. Because you've got to play each team twice, nearly every week.
Yeah, it's a real test. It's a real test.
Yeah,
it's a real test. All right, should we move on?
Let's keep on the bad news then.
Go on, Will.
Yeah, we'll let you have the glory at the end. I don't know, man. I don't know what's been going on. I feel like just the past few games, I don't want to say it's there's a conspiracy theory or whatever. It's not. I don't want to say that because it can't be. It can't be. But I can't help to feel like shit. Every decision is going against us.
What are you talking about?
For some reason. Huh?
What are you talking? What decision?
What do you mean? What decision?
Yeah, come on. Oh, yeah, come on.
If it's a penalty at Inter, a Stonewall penalty, in my opinion, for me.
It's a penalty. No, by the letter of the law, it's a penalty.
Yeah.
But how was he supposed to react to that? If it happened to your team, you'd be like, what? What? You'd be happy with that? You'd be like, okay,
not happy, but you just have to accept it. It's a penalty.
Yeah, I've accepted that. That's not what I'm saying. I've accepted it, but surely there's a bit of common sense. You can't. His hand was here already. Like that's for like body mechanics, balance, yeah. And you're telling me he's got to move his hand. So basically, all any team has to do is if they see your hand in a unnatural position, they just boot the ball at your hand and you get a pen.
Yeah, but if that happens for every team, then so be it. That's the rules, then, isn't it?
Okay,
they've been quite consistent.
Then
with
so
that
be it.
That is the rule. I think I'll have more sympathy if you were going to win that game or you were leading or something like that. But the fact
we had good possession. Look at what the stat says that we had more possession, we had more shots on goal. We played fairly well in that Inter Milan game, as opposed to the other games with Bournemouth and that. Bournemouth are smashing it at the moment, though. To be fair. But yeah, I just feel like a lot of the decisions have been wayward from us, which is upsetting. Have we been playing great football? No. We're missing a lot, I think. We're missing the creativity from Odegaard. I don't know why he's not playing the youngster in that position, We've had a history of playing youngsters in that position. You had Cesc Fabregas, Jack Wilshere, Ethan Nwaneri is good enough to play. The moments that he has been on, he's been that sort of magic dust, on the pitch. We've got no centre forward, or let's say Havertz is being played out of position because we're kind of trying to fill out, the midfield. But I just can't see what we're doing here with Arteta. And then along with that, we've got Edu leaving for the I don't know what group it is, Nottingham Forest.
Yeah,
Olympiacos.
There's a few clubs.
Group.
Few clubs,
yeah. On that, so I don't know. It just feels like there's a lot of disruption at the club at the moment. So a bit hectic.
Football's tough.
I'm not nervous. Huh?
Football's a tough sport when you're not on form, innit? As a fan.
Yeah, it's tough. It feels really.
Because
really
where you are now. You're at the point where, I mean, you don't not sure, not as bad as United were, but now you're worried now. Like you're not sure where that next.
Yeah, I'm worried.
I'm
worried.
You know what I mean, it's like
because I don't know what type of team we're getting week by week. Like we played really well against Inter, but I don't know what we're going to do with Chelsea. Because they're a different proposition now. They're slightly better. They're slightly more organised now.
Do you still believe that you're going to win the league?
No, not right now.
So that's season 3 now.
Yeah, season 3 now.
Season 3.
You can't laugh at it. None of us can laugh right now because we've not done it in the last 3 seasons either.
I know, but then it's the like, you're so close for Arsenal, and then again, like Evra said, you're like Netflix. There's always got to wait for next season, and so that this season's done now, and you have to wait for it, and then next we'll be in season 4. And then,
I mean, the season isn't over. I'm not panicking, but I just don't feel it. Last season I was just feeling it. But then, I think last season before Dubai, we were in a similar situation. The problem is that we've lost X amount of points last season, where if we had the 2 points or 3 points from somewhere. From 4 of those results, we would have won the league, right? So it's just the same thing again. It's like this blip. How long is this blip going to last? And are we going to continue charging forwards from that point? Because if we don't do it now, like Newcastle, if we didn't do it at Newcastle, it's going to be very difficult, and it is difficult now for us to get back into it. We'll be there or thereabouts, I would say. But challenging is going to be a difficult proposition because we've gone too far. Like 2 losses and a draw, right? Or was it a loss and a draw?
A loss and a draw.
A loss and a draw. See, I'm already thinking about Chelsea.
Yeah,
that's a tough proposition now. Away as well.
Do you see yourself in the next season or so, like uttering the words Arteta out? Like, you can see it happening.
No. I don't think I'll be saying that because we've gone so far with Arteta, right? He's putting us in that position where we're challenging again. And that's not on the tip of my tongue right now. I did say, however, we need to be winning something this season. Something. We need to be winning something
even
this
the
season.
FA Cup, like you mentioned, it just pepper over the crack, gets that feel good factor, and you want them.
No, but it's different for us. For United, that's papering over the cracks. For Arsenal, that's different. We're challenging on all fronts, right? We're not 8th and then we've got a cup. We did that a few seasons back, 4 seasons back. That was papering over the cracks. So we weren't ready for anything at that time. We could see moments, but now we've got moments. We're challenging. It's a small blip. I'm not panicking, but it is definitely a lot harder for us now to be saying that we're in a title race or whatever. It's too early anyway for all teams. How many games you had? 8 or 9?
10.
I think 10 games, yeah.
We had 10 now. Okay.
Yeah.
So the indication now, we're 5th now or 6th? 5th. Okay. It's tough now from this point. It's definitely tough now from this point.
Yeah,
so
I agree. I know it's only 10 games.
There's so much more games left. That's the thing. We're only a quarter into the season, but this is an indicator that it's going to be tough. Because the lower league, lower level teams are kicking up a storm at the moment.
Forest is third. I've just literally had to double take that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Good on Forest, man. But
that's what I'm saying. Is we're still early. It's still early. Anything can happen. Look at City's result against Bournemouth. That's a shocker, right? Surely that's a shocker to everyone. Surely. Yeah. Wasn't expecting that. So.
Yeah, no, agree. I don't think Forest will end up third, 100%. So they'll tail off. 10 games, yeah. Still loads to go. I think this period up to Christmas is when we play the most games, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's 2 games every week.
It's always, we always say the only for sure indicator is by the end of March, April. That's when we can see the lead up and who is in the actual race. But for now, up until that time, it's consistency and just charging through it. Liverpool hasn't played Liverpool played the top 3 games, top 3 teams. I don't think you played top teams at the moment.
So we didn't play you then. We didn't play you.
Yeah, you did. I'm just saying.
Right, but you're saying you're not.
We've had the tougher games. Well, this is what I'm saying. We've had the tougher games versus Liverpool. If you look at our 10, we've had the tougher We had the tougher 10 games.
Yeah, but we played you at home.
Yeah, and that's on us, isn't it?
Yeah. So,
but that's not the point. I'm saying that the full 10. I'm not talking about Arsenal. I'm talking about Liverpool's top. The first 10 games were not against challenging oppositions, right?
It's been more harder though, because we said that when about maybe 6-7 games, and then they played Chelsea, and now they played Arsenal. So they've been picking out a bit, and they've still only lost 1 game, one loss, 1 draw.
Yeah. No, I appreciate we might have had an easier start.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We can't just judge it by the 10 games, but the 10 games has been. Is just a milestone. It's not to say, oh, this is what's going to happen. I just think we need to be patient as fans, for Arsenal anyway, just to see it through, because we had this tough patch last year, and then after the Dubai camp, which I don't think we're going to have this season, everything changed, and we were back in it all of a sudden. After the flurry of games,
I do get that, but I don't think we've had an easy time at Liverpool. Not just the league, Champions League. We've played some bloody hard teams, and
but you would expect that from your club, right, to be able to keep up with that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, we might have had it easy in the league, but we've probably had it hard in Champions League, and we banged up Leverkusen, who won the league in Germany last year.
I think that's only their 3rd defeat in something. Yeah, it's 50 odd games or something stupid.
I know it's a separate competition, but I'm just talking overall.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm just focusing on Premier League, right?
Yeah, but it's tough. Like I said, I don't know if you heard. This is the period where we literally we play 2 games every week up to Christmas. So it's really, it's going to really be a test. But you're right. You're not. No, the league's not won in November. Still a lot to go, but yeah, momentum.
Yeah, we just need to charge through. It's definitely uncomfortable right now. It's that same old feeling, I guess. But hopefully we change that, because Inter Milan yesterday, I thought we played okay. I don't think we played that badly. We just need to take our chances, be a bit more ruthless. That's it, really.
Right.
Liverpool.
Let's talk about Liverpool.
Yeah.
Freaking out. Yeah, so it's been since we've been on last, it's been a good couple of weeks. Obviously last weekend helped when both City and Arsenal lost. and we won, and then we went top, and yeah, it's good to see, and obviously we're performing in Champions League as well. So Slots had 16 games, he's won 14, drawn 1 and lost 1. No, you can't ask for a better start than that. And it's we're not being so great in the first half of the last few games, but the second half it gets them in. Does a team talk, increases intensity, and then we're battering teams. So I'm really happy as a Liverpool fan, because I know we were talking about at the end of last season we were going to have that drop off like United had when they lost like Fergie, and Klopp has to take some credit for creating sort of this foundation, this base that Slot's just taken up. Yeah, and it's obviously surpassed my expectations, and it's probably surpassed a lot of Liverpool fans. But I think the groundwork has been put in by Klopp, and I appreciate Slot's come in and done his own thing with literally like the same players. So I think, yeah, we can't ask anything more. I think the concern for me is losing those players in the summer: Trent, Salah, Van Dijk, and that'd be a big blow.
Well, then we'll see what Slot is really made of.
Well, he's done way better than we envisioned. Yeah, he has already, man. Because I don't know about you, but
I wouldn't say he's inherited a very good team.
Yeah, but he inherited a good team, but you still need to maintain those levels. And he's like, I don't know about you, but like I just thought they're going to drop off. Like I thought the feel good factor of Klopp was riding the wave, and once he's gone, it's going to taper out. But if anything, he's done even better. But
first 10 games though.
But yeah, sure.
Yeah, I know that, but I remember I had this conversation at the start of the season, and when I said Liverpool had a very good team, you said no, they got a good team. Not very good.
Yeah, you got a good team.
Yeah, but you just said very good.
Huh?
You just said very good.
When?
Just literally 5 minutes ago. 2 minutes ago.
That I didn't say you had a very good team. Did I?
Well, we will play it back anyway. You watch it. You said we had.
I'll rewatch it. But I said that he's inherited a good team.
A very good team. You said.
Okay. If I said a very good team, it's still a team that have won things, right? They've got experience to win things.
Yeah. No, I understand, and yeah.
There's been no real changes from the team that Klopp has had. So they're well oiled. They know what they need to do.
Yeah, but it's still the manager has some input. Like it's when Tuchel took over at Chelsea and won the Champions League, he inherited the same team as Frank Lampard, right? No changes. They didn't bring anyone else in.
Yeah,
same players, and he won the Champions League. So, I think that's where the credit is, and I appreciate that Slot has, as I said, Klopp set him up, but then he still has to take that and do something with it. No, you can't just say, "Oh, just play how you did on the Klopp." That can't be his team talk, right? He's got to do stuff on the training ground. He's got to still do tactics, man management, all that sort of stuff.
Hold on, Dave. You were going on about like Liverpool smashed Arsenal as well. I've not had to eat any spicy noodles.
I didn't say we smashed. You said. I think you need to replay this video. You said that Liverpool's not played any top teams in the first 10 games, and I said, "What about Arsenal?"
Okay.
I didn't say we smashed you. I said we played a top team in Arsenal.
Yeah.
I'm not even talked about the 2-2.
Well, I don't think we played that well that day. We played as was.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying.
What I'm saying in terms of top, what I meant was the top 10 games that not the top 10. The first 10 games you've had were not as hard as what we've had.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that, but we still played you at home, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you ended up
got a draw.
Yeah.
Anyway, You can only play what you've done. We'll see.
I
We'll
think
see
you need
this
to
Christmas.
rewatch this video.
We'll
Rewatch the
see
video.
what's up, come Christmas time and
Yeah.
what the table looks like then.
Yeah. I'm happy with that.
No, because I don't want you to walk around and be like, "Oh, Liverpool, this great thing." They're not. They're not this great thing right now. It's just the first 10 games.
But they've done all that they could possibly do in that sense of what 8 wins, a draw and a loss, top of the table.
Top of the table, we're top of the Champions League. We're the only team that's done 4 out of 4.
Yeah,
basically, and those aren't shit teams we played. They're harder
than
than
just
Arsenal.
that. I think the 8 wins, a draw, and a loss is the best start of any team, not just Liverpool. Within 10 games,
the teams that they play.
Exactly. So you can't almost ask for any more.
You'd hope they do that.
Okay, so
the teams they play.
Okay, so did you think we'll be top of the Champions League then? 4 out of 4. Champions League, 4 out of 4.
I've not been really engaged with the Champions League.
See, I told you it's the league format, man. That's why you haven't been.
I've not been engaged with it. I'm not.
You remember we were saying you probably only need a few points to get to definitely to qualify, and then in that playoff, you probably only need about 7 or 8 points or something to get into that playoff berth. Because even if Arsenal's not scored in 2 Champions League games, not one, they're still in 16th or something like that, which is perfectly fine. Do you know what I mean? All you do is play an extra game. So you're right. We was talking about whether we like this new format. Like what you just said, you actually don't need to pay too much attention to it, and you still
don't.
kind of
you really don't. Doesn't matter.
No. I understand.
It's only up until that knockout stage where it matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but you still want to get in the top 8, don't you? You don't want a knockout match.
Yeah, ideally, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, it's knockout match. You might lose that, right?
Yeah. Real Madrid might be purposely in the position that they are to get the team that they want, right?
Not just Real Madrid. Fucking hell, there's loads of the teams in that.
Yeah.
In that mid bit.
But we'll see as the season goes on.
Yeah, we'll see. I am grounded, but obviously this is surpassed everyone's expectations, and also we're going to have more difficult games to come. But once we hit that first 18, that means we've played everyone right once. First 18 games, or first 19. Sorry, not 18. Yeah. Right.
I don't think we did predictions, did we?
No, we missed that week.
No, it's been so long we haven't. We jump into next week's.
Yeah.
What is next week?
To be honest with you, the results we've missed, none of us were getting those, mate.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Right. Who's up first? It's Liverpool Villa. Saturday night, 8 p.m. Nice.
Oh, I keep remember these Liverpool, but they're becoming quite tasty games, don't they?
Yeah. What do I think? I think, the slot machine is going to carry on. Just about Villa. Did you see what happened yesterday? Tyrone Mings.
Yeah.
No, what happened?
He wasn't paying attention, was he?
So basically, it was a goal kick, right? He wasn't paying attention, and Martinez kicked it to him, and he probably thought the ball was still out of play. He picked it up, and gave it back to Martinez, and then the referee awarded the penalty.
That was the penalty, okay. But that wasn't decisive. What was the final score? 2-0?
That was decisive, 1-0.
Oh, was it? Fine. And I haven't been in the loop with it, so
no. I just saw that clip. And I thought, bloody hell, was crazy. But yeah, I think 2-1.
2-1. Liverpool.
Yeah.
Bombo.
2-0 Liverpool.
I reckon it's going to be a draw, 2-2. You said 2-0, bro.
2-0, yeah. I think Villa's one of these hot and cold teams kind of thing. You look at one week they're doing good, and then I fancy Liverpool.
Got banged up by Spurs, didn't they?
Exactly.
Villa, yeah.
Spurs again.
They'll react to it though. I'm pretty sure they'll react to it. You don't know what kind of Villa you get.
Exactly.
On the day. What's the next game?
United versus Leicester. I
United,
think it's Ruud's last game in charge before the changeover. Leicester are bad. United banging in goals. 3-0 United.
My God.
Honestly, man, United banging goal machines now. Ahmad scored 2 today.
3-0, you say?
3-0.
Yeah, I'm on the similar thing. Ruud's been decent, if I'm going to be honest with you. He's been that lurker, innit? So I'm going to say 2-0.
I still can't see... I still can't predict a United win. I'm going to go 1-1.
Oh, shoot. Really?
1-1.
Very quickly on Ruud. Does he stay as assistant manager, the new boss? Do you know,
No,
depends on Amarin.
Amarin's bringing his new staff.
Oh, that's it then. That's short. And Ruud's only been there. He only come in not long ago to help Ten Hag out, and then
they might offer him a role, but whether he wants a smaller role, I don't know. But Amarin's bringing his backroom staff.
Well, okay. I was so short. Full tenure. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then what is it? Chelsea Arsenal.
It's Chelsea
who's at
Arsenal.
home actually?
Chelsea
Arsenal.
Tasty game.
That is tasty.
I don't know the way we're going. Odegaard's back, but it's not fully full. You know, Cole Palmer's a massive threat.
He might be injured though. He's
oh yeah, by who? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, well, by the boss, isn't it? But they always lie, so we shall see.
But who made that injury on him?
Who gave him that
was
injury?
it the Martinez? Was it from that foul?
Yeah, that dirty pass.
To be honest,
the 2-footed lunge at the kneecap.
The picture that Dave sent made it look way better than in full speed. It's bad, but a picture looked like it was a knee breaker.
No, but the picture shows him studs up against his knee, so that happened at full speed. That still happened.
I'm going 2-1 Arsenal for that game.
I would have to flip it. It'd be 2-1 Chelsea. Arsenal is dusted.
Nah, we've responded with reaction.
I think Chelsea are banging it in. They scored 8 tonight.
Was it 8-0? I saw it. 8-0.
I know it's against a shit team, but I think, and there's different players, but Chelsea have been scoring. I think I'm going 2-2.
2-2. Hasty.
That would suit me.
All right, lovely.
Dave,
on to
a bit of FPL quickly.
Oh, bollocks!
You was
bullshit.
The lefty heights of first. You're all the way in 10th now, and actually I made a comment. You're closer to me. Actually, no, same. I'm down to 20th, so you're halfway point. Forget what I was going to say. I'm down to 20th. Oh my god, But to be honest, the league is actually quite tight. Like I know. Okay, no, fuck that. Let's scrap that. I was going to say it's quite tight. I'm 100 points behind Alam. That's not tight at all. But you can, go up and down these places fairly quickly, which is why it's quite humorous because you see it, you're like 5th, and then you're like next thing you know, you're like 13th or something.
13th.
It's bullshit. And then you got Will climbing the table.
Yeah, Will's flying again.
Now I'm not going on holiday in December now.
You was up here last season as well, didn't you? Same period, right? Same period. So.
Yeah. No Arsenal players in my team as well.
That's probably the key.
That shows how you feel about them at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not with Odegaard out. I'm not confident at all. Even with the stretch of games that we did have, that we will say, oh, if you put money on it, I just wasn't. I'm just not too sure right now what we're gonna get. We had the Saliba red card that made it very shaky in terms of defense. We actually did okay, but yeah, no Arsenal players yet.
And no ham sandwich captain this week for you.
I captained Salah last week.
Yeah.
This week is. Oh, shall I tell you what I've done?
I don't
want to give away the secrets.
We're too far behind you to be a rival. It's fine.
Tell us. What have you done?
This week I have kept it on Salah, but I'm not sure. I'm in an area because Haaland doesn't have a goal drought all that often.
Nah, I think it's Haaland. You'll find a lot of people are running off Haaland now, just the way the things are going.
He's the most transferred out.
Yeah, even Champions League, he's not doing it either.
He missed the
I think he's more like in terms of return for value, that is right to transfer him out. But I'm gonna probably do it in 2 weeks' time. I'm just gonna give him 2 more weeks.
I'm in desperate mode, like what I feel was saying. How the people at the bottom has got to do it. Captains. I'm actually on Cole Palmer versus Arsenal. I know he's yellow, but if he starts, it should be all right. So we shall see.
The worst one would be if he comes on the 80th minute.
Yeah. When you're down there, you got to be taking these silly moves, you know.
Yeah, I'm changing it up because the ham sandwich. I'm sick of it.
Sick of it.
I'm sick of ham sandwich.
I might captain the ham sandwich. I might.
I'm gonna do something left field. I'm gonna do Mbemo.
You're joining team. You're joining team.
He didn't do nothing last week, man.
That's why he's got to come. Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Brighton are a tough team actually for your City.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean, and he's away as well. Who knows?
But you're right. He doesn't go through a goal drought, but you can only have.
Do you reckon it is the loss of Rodri in that midfield?
It's a loss of a lot of players. Haaland is only as good as the team because they set him up, give him so many chances. If the players aren't there, he's not going to score.
Who's in Rodri's place? Kovacic.
Yeah,
Kovacic. Yeah.
Yeah, I put him in my team, hoping because he was cheap, hoping that he will emulate some sort of form. Doesn't look it at the moment.
There's no clear choice for captain this week,
which is good. These are the better weeks, though. It's horrible when it's like everyone's on the same one, which is why, and it's even more horrible when everyone's on the same obvious one and they do nothing. So these are the better weeks, man. And when you have a look around, it's a bit more interesting. Like even Wolves is possibly a good captain shout if you bring any of those strikers in. Do you know what I mean? Against Southampton, who's leaky. But anyway, we shall see. Like a bit of it's only week 10. Maybe me and you, Dave, still got a chance to climb. Well, actually, no, not you. You're 10th, so you're fine. Funny.
Yeah, but you were up at one stage.
I know. I keep doing that thing of look where I am. But like I said, it's
that's why I never do it.
I actually wildcarded last week, and it produced.
Did you?
Yeah, produced jack shit.
Oh man,
I was basically no better off. I had 13 points. 13, yeah. I had 2 defenders on
cheeky tip for
36
everyone.
points
It's
on a
the
wild card.
Southampton defender, Harwood Bellis. Cheeky tip. Yeah,
you've got a good
I think it's worth.
I know. Only 4 teams had a clean sheet last week.
Yeah, and you had 2 of them. You had 2 of them on the bench.
I had 11 points on the bench actually. Saying that.
Right.
Yeah.
Still tight.
Welbeck's been banging it, man.
Cool. All right. Did you guys bring any questions this week?
Do we have any questions? Anyone submit any questions?
No, because we don't send the form around no more. Told you, it's down to you now. We always had enough of getting empty answers back. So, anyway.
Okay.
I got a question to Isa Sin. Someone sent it to me via Instagram. It's a silly question. So, does a straw have 1 hole or 2 holes? Don't think too much about it. What would be your answer? What do you think?
It's not a hole.
It's like a tunnel. It's one long hole.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. So does it have 1 hole or 2 holes? That's it. Do you think it has 1 hole?
Well, if you go through a tunnel, you've got 2 holes, right?
Yeah. So if you go through a straw, you have 1 hole or 2 holes?
I say 2.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
You got an entry and an exit.
I'm with you on that on 2 holes, Will. But Dave?
Yeah.
I was thinking it's 1 long hole.
Yeah, 1 long hole. But
I think technically it's a 1 long hole, but then you've got an exit. Yeah, I guess technically is 1 hole.
I think Dave's right in one.
Yeah.
Not said is one hole, two entrances or something like that. What did he say? Oh no,
yeah.
one hole, two
Two
openings.
entry point.
One hole, two
Yeah.
openings.
Yeah,
which is probably
right,
correct. But
yeah,
I still think I would like to say
are the openings.
Yeah, like again, let's take the tunnel for example.
It's
or
not exits.
It's the open.
What? Was it not two exits?
Because this is a straw we're talking about.
Because you don't go out. You can't. You have to enter it to exit.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway. So still two holes, Will?
Nah, it has to be one long hole. Yeah, one long hole.
One hole. I'm not changing it. I'm sticking on my two. It has to be two holes. The straw, hole, whatever you want to call it in between. Anyway.
Nice.
Yeah. So we end the week there then.
I feel like I'm more cleverer after finding out. More intelligent. Don't know. Can I think of one?
I've got another question. It could be like a money question, but like like bills when bills come out. Like everyone must have that tight friend who like wants it as itemized bill and kind of pay for what they've ate and what they and what they didn't eat. Yeah, what they ate and what they didn't eat. And when that happens to you guys, what do you guys think? Do you think they're like entitled to that and it's fair, or do you think what's the matter with these people?
It depends, man. Like if you've all gone off and ordered a meal each. Let's just say we've gone to a Western restaurant and you order a plate of food, which most people do, right? And let's say I've ordered lobster for dinner, and then the guy has ordered a chicken Caesar salad. I'm not expecting him to pay, and he's every right to be like, I just want to pay for my own. I feel like that's fair. The difference in that is if the instance was we all bought food and shared it for the table, then of course we'd do the group thing. And also like if the bill, if we are ordering all individually and it's all around the same price, there's like a £2-3 difference. I don't care about that. We're all paying that shared thing.
But then, but if you was
because it's the same thing. Like at dim sum, right? You get people ordering Vietnamese coffee and all that. I don't care about that. That's like £5, let's say.
Yeah.
For Vietnamese coffee, so I don't care about that. Go on, order it.
But what you just brought up on the Vietnamese coffee was another one. That's like my pet peeve, is especially in a dim sum setting where it's just dim sum, right? And then one idiot has to be like, "Oh, I like an iced coffee, please." And like you said, there's a £5, isn't it? So then what happens is everyone starts thinking, "Wow, this guy's got iced coffee. I need to order iced coffee." And then everyone's like, "Oh yeah, I don't." And then it comes back, "I don't want an iced coffee, but I'm an idiot if I don't get an iced coffee." So yeah, give me an iced coffee. Iced coffee me up. You know what I mean? And then my bill has gone from like £25 to £30, and then it's all of that. But it's like, I don't know. There needs to be an unwritten rule of when you go dim sum.
It is an unwritten rule. To the team. It's an unwritten etiquette.
Stick to the team.
I know you stick to it because every time we go out, you go, "Just tea, please."
Yeah.
Every time we go out, it's just tea, please. I was like, okay, I can't order anything.
I think we did once or a few times. Everyone started paying for the, like, if you wanted extra drinks, everyone pays extra for the drink.
Yeah.
So you wanted the Coke, you pay extra for the Coke.
But the thing is, that's fair. That's fair to me. But it becomes awkward because what you start having is that you have 4 people who had Coke. The bill comes. Those 4 people sitting there thinking, bill's going to be split, bill's going to be split. Not cannonly, but it might just all make sense. But then what happens is that those four Cokes is £12. That £12 get divided. Everyone's have to pay an extra £1 now. Do you get what I mean? So, and then it has to take one, like I'll say the word brave to be like Bill might come and be like, "Oh, hang about, guys. 8 of you guys are paying for this, and 4 of you guys had a Coke, need to pay extra." And do you know who looks bad? I don't look bad. Like people are like, why is Vol doing that? Do you get me? Why is Vol called out those 4 people for? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Whereas I'm here, sitting here for the greatness of fairness, yeah, to be like that. But do you get what I mean?
I think in the sitting with friends, we don't give a shit. I think in a dim sum sitting where you might not, this might be the first time you've met someone.
Yeah.
And you
No,
thinking,
but
you're thinking this cock that I don't even know.
yeah, but
And
you're
all
but
the
you're
these
bringing
drinks.
it to training in the sense that
Yeah.
we first time it. But even among actually among friends, it should be fine. You order a Coke, it's okay, innit? One off. It's
That's what I
just
mean,
it's just yeah. It's just
I don't. It might. I don't know. Maybe it's a principle thing for you.
Yeah.
I think it's a principle thing for you, and that's fair enough. But for me, like, I don't really think too much about it. I'm just like, look, we're here to enjoy this. I've enjoyed myself. You enjoy myself. I don't know. I think it's also financially as well. If you're, okay with it. Sometimes it's not. That's why I'm saying principle is the main thing out of it. It's a principle.
Okay.
It's nothing to do with finance. But for me, I don't see it as a huge problem.
Do you think that person who ordered the iced coffee, when the bill comes, it should be? Should they be like, oh guys, I had iced coffee. Let me pay £4 more.
Principle, yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice. Wouldn't it?
Like it would be nice. Yeah, it'd be nice for you to do that and not be a cock, as Dave said. Like,
I think some
people respect you more. People actually respect you more. Oh, it's taking accountability.
That has happened.
Fair enough. If he does it next time, I wouldn't mind.
The thing is, if that person did do that, it would change the whole complex of like how you see them as a friend from that point onward going forward. Do you know that small little gesture? Be like, oh hey guys, I ordered something extra. Charge me, yeah. Then you just start knowing this guy's not out to kind of fleece anyone, and it's fine. And next time you order that icon, but then that's the problem. That's too idealistic. A lot of people do get that Coke and extra drink, and then the bill comes out. Oh yeah,
I've done the Coke. I've done the Coke a few, like, not all the time, but once or twice, whatever. But I've had to order like a seafood hofun separately. I'd say, look, I'm going to pay for that separately.
Yeah, of course. That's
I wouldn't want to put that on the bill, right? But like a drink, Coke, I think that's not too bad.
I got a follow-up question. Remind me.
Go now.
No, I'm weighed in. I'm weighed in on this yet.
Go on.
But I think if there's a big discrepancy, then between
depends on
what you order, then I think it might be fair. Like, you can't compare Caesar salad and lobster. That's like probably about £34 difference.
Yeah. But you say you can't. You say you can't, but we must have been in social scenarios where that does happen.
No. I'll give you an example. I wasn't there. There was a dinner once. I think you were there. A dinner once, and at the end, the bill was split. But in that dinner, people only had one mains, and people had a free course.
Yeah.
And everyone paid the same.
Yeah.
Right? Now, well, you know which one I'm talking about, aren't you?
I think I do.
Is that fair?
Of course it's not fair. Of course it's not fair. But this is what I'm trying to say. It would have taken the bigger people to be like, oh, hey guys, we need to... Because what I'm trying to say is that, again, the person who ordered the less, he don't want to speak out. Because if it was me and I spoke out, I become, oh, look, Vo's being tight. You get me? Vo's being cheap.
Tight ass, yeah.
Yeah, he's being tight. Fine, I am, but I don't want to say it. You get what I'm trying to say? But that's why I always take a third, like a moderator, to be like, oh, hey guys, Vo actually only had this. I think you should pay less. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But it becomes awkward where no one stands up for that person. And then the person don't want to speak. You guys will know what I'm talking about. So it always takes a fair person to be like, oh, hold on. We need to recalculate. But if no one speaks that, then the bill comes, you pay for the bill, and on the taxi home, you just start cussing people. You know what I mean? But that's just how it is, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? And of course, it's not fair, David.
But you can't be cussing people. You should be taking that accountability yourself. If you,
but I know
you don't want to be that.
Yeah,
I know you don't want to be that guy. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you're going to start cussing people behind their backs.
I'm only joking. I'm not really cussing people. Bloody hell.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. But if it is that individual, it's like, why would you? So why are you complaining? Like, don't go out to dinner with us then. If you're going to eat a peanut and then you're going to pay for bloody.
No, because it's different. I'm not like saying I'm going in and I'm ordering a starter. I'm ordering like the median kind of thing, and then someone's gone ahead and, like I said, Dave's example was one person's having one main, and then some people's having like
the double main that comes with like the extra burger and then
The
fries
3-course,
and then Cujon fries and then the wings and then I mean. So and then when the bill comes, we'll split it. But it's just those weird social situations. But anyway, Dave,
it's a social etiquette, right? There's an etiquette and
there is,
like you say, there's unwritten rules around certain things. But so long as you're comfortable with your friends, whoever it is, then it shouldn't be too much an issue because you've chosen those friends to go out to dinner with. You should kind of know what their habits and whatever's are.
Exactly. I think like what you were saying is right because you kind of hang around like for like people. So I think by the time if you are still friends, these things would have been ironed out by now. And then I reckon outside of how we split our bill, there's either certain friends who are well more than happy to do the itemized billing and they don't see any qualms of it. So then you have 8 lots of that mentality of, oh, bills come here, I'm paying for this, paying that, and you just do it that way, that kind of thing. You just kind of conform to what your friendship group does, I think. And that's why you are friends, right?
See, us three, we've gone out to dinner, right? We've all paid for each other's like meals, right? For the day.
Yes.
We've ended up, it's probably easier just to split it every time anyway, because one day we're having McDonald's, the other day we're having no, we're not. I think it's just who you hang around with and what you're comfortable with. If you're not comfortable with it, I'm sure we'd say something about it.
I think there's different groups of circles or friends, right?
Yeah,
that's the thing.
I think it would you'd feel more bad if like, let's say it was uni days, then that's where you'd be more like an individual and
I completely agree.
Because money is a bit more tight about it. I think now that everyone's working, I guess you can put the factor of you have family now, you got mouths to feed and whatever. You need to kind of be more mindful of what you spend. Okay, fair enough. But then you should know that with the people that you hang out with, is that's their situation, right?
I think the setting would be more awkward is when you don't know the people.
Yeah, and that's like what we say, like after training, having dim sum. That's probably when you kind of might see that.
Yeah.
And sometimes I've probably been in that situation where I haven't really eaten a lot, and I've still paid the full whack. I'm just like, oh, well, I know it's not worth it for me to go next time, so that's why you probably won't see me at certain events or whatever. You know what I mean? Because I don't get the most out of it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here's my follow-up question. So that example that Will just gave, where he'll order, well, not just you, but anyone. Let's say someone orders their own dish at dim sum, but then starts nibbling at the dim sum, right? What happens to that person? Do they get called out?
That person's scum.
That
person is.
Yeah.
That person's scum. That's what that person is.
I swear there was a situation where the guy or whoever the person is says, "Oh, I'm just gonna order a tea or whatever," or "Oh no, I'm not coming for food." They put their name down, not coming for food.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I see their hands on the pizza. So I thought, you're not coming for food. We've already paid or whatever.
Yeah.
It's already been like a prepaid, pre-booked, pre-delivered, whatever. And I was like, well, bro, like you said you're not coming for food, but now you're like hands-on eating all the scraps and that. What's that all about?
But wait,
that's worse, I think. That is even worse. Did he
only wait for the scraps, or did he tuck in that similar time?
Tucked in towards the end.
Okay, so he's a little that lurker type then kind of thing. He's waiting for, are you done with that pizza? And then again,
it's still bad, but it's not as bad as if he tucked in at the start. That's come back.
No, that has happened. Where
I can
people
imagine
have not listed themselves as wanting food.
Yeah,
and they come in and then they say, "Oh, I'm not having food," and then all of a sudden your back's turned. They're all like nibbling along, like
yeah.
But when you do look at them and you say, "You're scum, man."
Yeah, just scumbag.
Just scumbag.
And ultimately, do you know what? And the person like that could never make your main circle of friends. Then do you get what I'm trying to say? Because as soon as they do an act like that, like they're done in your head. They're like done. I'm not gonna like fan min with them, but you just know it's arm length by that. That act is arm length now. You get what I mean? We're never gonna be boys if that's your kind of your way. And that's why for me, I don't understand people's mindset like that, because fine, you're saving £5, you're saving £10, whatnot, but there's more to life than that £5 or £10. You know what I mean? There's more like effect than just that money. Again, it comes to principle and belief and you know what you're like. You get me? It sums you up as a whole person when you do stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Feel free to change your mind, but fucking cough up for it, right? Like if you come in, okay, you smell the food. Actually, you know what? I'm a bit hungry. Like say, oh, yeah, I want to eat now. How much do I need to contribute? So do something like that.
Yeah, that's the better way to do it, rather than just like sneak off and then we don't hear from you from until the next event.
It just comes down to like you just have to do the right thing. Do you get what I mean? It's just it's all these unwritten mannerisms that you need to do to. Yeah, like you know, if you can offer to.
Do you think it's like how they've been brought up though? That's another thing, because I've it's really weird. There's certain people within work, right, where I just look at them and I was like, I could never be friends with you outside of work. Do you know what I mean? Like we could be work colleagues, we work together, we have banter at work, but in real life, I can't be sitting there with you having a like friendship dinner. I just can't. I feel like you are just a completely different weirdo outside of work.
This is going back to your like the amount of how they split bills and costs and all of that. Yeah, that's what you're saying. Yeah,
I'm not even splitting bills. Just their mannerisms, just the way of thinking.
I know, but it's for them. But I think again, it becomes to how they're brought up. Their whole culture plays a bit, and how you brought up. Because obviously, what your parents teach you, you run with it. That kind of, and it's hard for them to change because they think that that's right. Do you get what I mean? And I get,
but maybe it's me also. Like I see myself as fairly normal. Like I'm like a normal, fairly sensible, whatever. You know how like I operate in a normal life. Maybe that's not the best way to live. I don't know, but I feel like I'm normal. And when I see certain things that have been done that are really weird, I was like, how do these people really function? Like,
but that's the thing.
They're normal.
I'm with you. I again, a templated normal. I'm saying, mate, you're at normal, but the problem you have to understand from their point of view, they're normal.
That's normal for them.
Everyone has their own.
What you're doing is weird.
That's what I'm thinking.
Going back to our whole chat, us all sharing the bill equally is weird to them. They're like, why though? I paid £12. I only bought this. Here's my £12. And if anything, that makes perfect sense to them. And if you sit back a bit, it does make sense. You paid you spent £12, pay £12. You spent £40, pay £14. But again, these are the type of people long term we're saying we don't want to get too close to them because it's just not a nice way to live. But for them, it's the best way to live.
It's the best way to live. Yeah.
Because again, our paycheck comes in, our paycheck goes out. Whereas they're like their paycheck comes in and they're saving that £5 on the coke. They're saving the £3 that you spent more, and then it makes perfect sense. So it's all to do with like again what you believe in. It's everything in all walks of life. Again, I think we had this chat about like taking your shoes off at home. Again, it makes sense. It makes sense to us, right? But then to the other person, it's like why? You know, it's just a bit. So everything makes sense to that own person's belief.
Yeah.
But do you get what I mean?
I have found that strange. Like just when people conduct themselves in a certain way, like there's a group of us thinking, oh shit, this is really weird, or look, whatever we're doing is really normal. Like, look at this guy. It's like, what is he doing? It's just really weird when we come to that thought process in our head, and that probably is like a social behavioral thing, I guess.
Yeah. I think
personalities that we connect with and whatever. I think that's a lot.
I think
it's more scientific than it is.
Rooted, but that's why. Like I always wonder this, but why? Like us, like Chinese people hang around only Chinese people, and then back ways. Well, not really, but you know what I'm saying. You have pockets of cultures only staying within their culture. That makes sense. Like Yando's friends, Hagway, us guys, yeah. And it all comes back down to that though, all because we all share that same belief and same, in all walks, same customs of all these small things, it comes down to that kind of thing as well. It's how it's, why we think we get along and stick with our own kind of thing.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, just we'll mention that shoes off again. Like people just don't get it. People don't get it, and they fight you on it, and it's just like,
How can they fight you on it? You're bringing dirty some people shit from outside on the soles of your feet. Yeah. You think
it hasn't happened to us. Like everyone that come in to do like work or fix something has legitimately take their shoes off. But I know like where Michelle's sisters, they had some builders in and they flatly refused, and they wouldn't even wear the covers, saying it's a health risk.
Mm.
No, like for work persons, they have to have PPE, protective wear. But like you say, you should be like, if you're a professional, you should be putting the covers on if you're going around people's houses.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, we digressed way back from your dim sum double eater. So what happened to that guy in the end?
Well, anyway, that double eater, regardless of perception, you're just a scumbag. Anyone looking at it, you're a scumbag.
But yeah, I mean, we've had those. I mean, I've not really had those, but I'm saying when those situations, normally they just have their dish and they eat it. That's it. Yeah. Don't you start mingling with any other things. You know what I mean? Because
but you've never said anything though. Have you said anything about it? Have you said anything about it, Dave?
What do you mean? In what sense? If I had that person,
like you've seen them?
No. That's a question. I've never seen that.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
You've never seen that?
That's like one level above. Like that guy's ordering his own dish and said, "I'm only eating it," and then start ticking it.
But I strongly believe it happens. I've not seen it, but I strongly believe it happens.
Yeah,
it's just a question. It's like. Yeah. So
as a host though, this is just to flip it a little bit. I know we've gone over a little bit. But if you see this guy and he has said, I'm just ordering this, I don't want to eat anything else. But as a host or someone who is very hostly, you'd be like, oh, come on, just eat a little bit. Or would you be like, nah, you stick to that. You've ordered that, you stick to that.
You've laid your bed of this dish only. Don't touch the rest.
I'll encourage everyone else to eat up, but I wouldn't ask him.
Yeah. Even if their last high guy offered to the guy, some people only. You get what I mean?
Yeah. It's funny. It's a funny one.
It has been funny when I've been to some dim sums after training, and obviously you don't know some of these people. And then, obviously, some people eat more than other people as well.
I think that's fair, though. That's different. Dim sum settings kind of like, if you eat as much and as fast as you can, and that's tough luck, you know what I mean? I mean, not like one depth of hangar comes out, eat all four. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Mix it out.
You can't start dividing the bill based on what you ate. That's
yeah.
But then, if that's the case, just get your own dish.
Yeah,
I would say if you're worried
just
about
eat dim sum by yourself.
Yeah, if you're worried about like big eaters eating all the food, just get your own dish and they won't touch it.
Yeah.
So it works that way. But I do remember people ordering their own dish, but I don't remember same people eating it. It's just something that popped into my head. But funny.
Great question.
So that's a good question. That's about what?
Yeah.
15 minute. 20-minute question. Nice.
All
right.
Well, you know what to do, people. Like and subscribe and comment if you've got questions that you want us to have a little bash at. Oh yeah.
All right.
It's getting late.
Ciao, guys.
Gotta go to bed.
Night.
See you later.